So market gave us two opportunities to favor long. So we knew where the draw on liquidity was. Right? We had buy side resting here, and as well as I did mention this buy side liquidity here. So this is an internal high. That would be your external high. Preferably, I was like in the draw on liquidity here, but I knew that this was also a draw on liquidity. Right? So this wasn't completely irrelevant. So we swept London lows, got a very nice market structure shift and displacement for higher. So this is a market structure shift, right? Because we created a high and then we made a new low. So whenever we make a new low, you can use that high as your market structure shift. And you can see we tapped right back into that level to a T. Right? So this would be your what? Go look at our course. This is your breaker block example, because when we go down into a support level, we take out sell side liquidity, then create a market structure shift for higher, fill back into what? The last up close candle. So this one right here, tap it, and we see higher. On top of that, so this was the missed opportunity. I haven't even shown you the second entry yet, but I'm just reading price action with you guys. All right, so we got a market structure shift, fill back into the breaker block. On top of that, what did I teach you about 50%? Whenever we stay above 50% of a fair value gap, price should continue higher. We don't want to see this fair value gap get completely filled. We stayed above 50% of it. Wicks probably did some damage, but even no, still the Wicks stayed above 50%. So we stayed above 50%, price continued higher. Now let's say you missed that move. Where's your next entry? You take this range low all the way up to this range high, and now you're asking me probably, why aren't you taking this range low to this range high? Well, ask yourself this. Would you want the markets to come all the way back down to this low? No, you wouldn't. And why? Because we already saw a market structure shift here. So there's already a change in the state of delivery right here. So there's a change in market structure. And on top of that, price respected this fair value gap, respected 50% of this fair value gap for higher. So if it wanted to come back down and work into this fair value gap, you're most likely wrong. So what you can do is, again, play into this fair value gap right here for higher. Now you can also consider this a block here. Some people consider this a breaker block as well, because you get a sweep of sell side, right? Sweep of sell side, market structure shift, last stop close candle, and you see higher. This was your second entry, understanding that the draw on liquidity is still this buy side here. So we know the price and we know the algorithm is going to want to draw price higher to this buy side. So that's also why we can favor this fair value gap. Looks like we already made our move and we took out buy side liquidity. Now that just kind of like a sweep of buy side, market structure shift, or possibly lower. But what you have to understand is the true draw of liquidity, which is these highs right here. Market continued to see higher. That's just some tape reading.